Hey, today I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about a bunch of different stuff. And in the middle of the conversation, I said, "Hey, man," I said, "What does your life look like in 10 years?" And he says, "What do you mean?" I said, "Yeah, like where would you like to be in 10 years? Like, where would you like? Would you like to be in a relationship? Would you like to own a house? Would you like to like kids, grandkids? Or do you want to have another baby? Like, where do you want to live?" And so I was asking him all these questions, and he's like, "Man, you know what? I've never thought about it." And he goes, "Man, honestly, man, I've never thought about it." And he goes, "But for some reason, I can't seem to get over of the past." And I said, "Well, what happened in the past?" He's like, "Well, man, I had a good job. I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost my truck. My wife left me, and I was left with nothing." He goes, "Man, I keep kind of, I can't get over that, and it hurts me so much." And I said, can I tell you something real quick?" And I said, the past does two things for us. And I said, the past will either bring you pain, or the past will either bring you wisdom. And he's like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" I said, "Well, you can keep replaying the past and those events and remember the pain and always feel depressed and always, be mad at what happened. Or you can say, you know what, like, I went through all this stuff, but this is what I learned from that. And because you learn from that, you actually gain wisdom from that. And I guarantee you, when your kids get older, you're going to be able to share that wisdom with them, the mistakes that you made. So you're actually going to be a lot of value to them." I said, so the past, use the past to learn from and to get wisdom, because wisdom only comes from past experiences, right? You can't read a book and get wise from it, but from the past, you learn from the past, and that's how you get wise, right? So that's wisdom. But 10 years, I said, "What does that look like?" He's like, "Man, I never thought about that," right? And so he goes, "Fuck, man, like, now you got me thinking about it." And I said, "You know what? I was talking to a buddy of mine in California, and he said that he goes and visits like inmates, and he does like some counseling for those guys, right? And he says, you know what? A lot of people, a lot of criminals, a lot of guys that, a lot of people in general that are in poverty, that don't really have a lot of things, that have, grew up in rough families and rough situations. If you ask them, hey, like, tell me what the future looks like, they don't even understand what that means. If you say, hey, tell me what your future looks like, they don't understand the concept of future. They don't understand like what that means. And so, I mean, being able to visualize and cast out a future of what you want for yourself is very powerful. I think that's the most powerful, the most powerful tool we have in our mind, is to predict what kind of future we want and focus on that future. So, man, like, if you're in pain because of the past, take a moment and say, you know what, like, what did I learn from all that? What did I learn from all that pain? And use that pain, use that past to gain wisdom. And when you meet someone, say, hey, man, you know what, I've been through this, but this is what I learned from it. And this might save you a lot of pain. So, man, use that past to gain wisdom and help somebody out, man.